So I would love to share with you a presentation that I did just earlier this morning at the World Conservation Congress here in Rapid City, South Dakota, about passing the torch of our stories. This was in collaboration with Aita Apamaku who represents a global campaign called Nature for All, and Fatima Kiante with Coalition Wild, which is a mentorship program that works globally, and myself, Nicole Reese from the nonprofit Crowd Conservation. And what Aita and his team shared with us at this conference was this global movement called Nature for All. It's supported by many different environmental nonprofit organizations to share their goal of 1 billion stories of why we love nature. And so this is a campaign that we're promoting to everyone we can. And they have resources on their website, which I will share with you all in the notes after this session, about how to get involved, how to get linked in with this campaign. And also they have a nature storybook toolkit to help you or to help youth that you might be engaging with tell their stories. And so they've got like how to do videography, like how to tell a compelling story. They've got it in 3 different languages. And so I highly recommend checking out their website and then sharing your story of why you love nature and why nature is for all of us. So that was a really great toolkit that they shared. And then we also had folks from Esri share how to make a story map. There's a lot of great resources for educators and for nonprofits to use story maps to help tell our stories. And so that was another great resource that we shared today. We also are promoting one of the 12 resolutions at this Congress focused on mentorship. So this was spearheaded by Coalition Wild. And I won't read this whole slide. I highly recommend you take a snapshot, and I'll share a link to all of the resolutions, including this one. But I was really excited to see this conversation around mentorship at this professional, this group of professionals, thinking about how we can integrate mentorship into our organizations and how we should be promoting that with our staff and to actually hold organizations accountable to include mentorship in the work that they do. And also engaging with retired employees to capture their wealth of knowledge and experience that often doesn't get passed down after someone leaves the organization, and to also provide training for people to become better mentors and to have that self-reflection and self-improvement and development of our own leadership skills as mentors. So that was a really great discussion that we had. And then also, like, how can we collaborate together, whether that's with established mentorship programs like Coalition Wild, or by partnering with organizations so that a mentee from one organization can have a mentor from a different organization, to truly have that no barriers, no hesitations, getting that truly safe space to share and work through challenges that we might face in the early stages of our career. And so what I talked about today is really articulating why mentorship of emerging leaders benefits us and our organizations. The way I see it is that by sharing our stories and our experiences and our lessons learned from our work and our experience, that we are passing on the memories of our projects and our organizations to the next generation and to the people who are going to be stepping up after us to do this work. And there was one woman that I met here at this conference this week who has been working with endangered condors for over 30 years. And she has been desperately trying to find someone who is willing to step up and take her place once she retires. And she's been sharing with me some of the challenges that she's faced with that. And so there's a variety of different reasons of why we might be looking to mentor an emerging leader, or why an emerging leader might be seeking mentorship. And I'm just going to share a few benefits of mentorship. If there's one thing I want you all to walk away from my talk today knowing, is that mentorship should be a two-way street. When we think about the traditional form of mentorship, we think of that hierarchical relationship and a one-way flow of knowledge from a mentor to a mentee. But I really want to flip that concept on its head and have us realize that we support each other as a mentor and a mentee, and that when you are mentoring someone, they might be early in their career, but they're going to continue on, and they're going to continue building their networks after they've moved on from their internship or mentorship program or their time at the organization with you. And you're, as a mentor, as someone who's built a relationship with that mentee, you're able to tap onto their social capital and their networks that you might not have been able to reach from where you're sitting today. And so building a relationship with a mentee is not just you sharing your network with them. It is at first, but as they continue on in their career, they're able to share their networks with you as well. And then tapping on professional learning for us as mentors is that we get to practice our leadership skills. We get to practice our own self-reflection as we're sharing our stories. And that helps us think about, like, oh yeah, what did I learn from this experience, and what should I be thinking about, or what could I do differently? The questions that your mentee might ask you can help you think about things differently. Also, when we talk about mentorship, we very rarely talk about emotional support and how crucial that can be for us as seasoned professionals. I know that when I've heard people like Jane Goodall, or at the Wild Congress this week, I heard Sylvia Earle speak, and both of these amazing and inspiring women talk about how they enjoy engaging with the youth, and they enjoy engaging with emerging leaders, because the young people, they provide, they have so much energy and enthusiasm and motivation and hope, and tapping into those emotions and that energy in turn gives us hope for the future. And in a field where everything can be really intense, and with mass extinctions and climate change and all of that stuff, having that relationship and that emotional connection with the next generation can provide us hope in the future, which is something that I think all of us can benefit from. And also thinking about mentorship, passing forward our institutional knowledge, so that, when we leave our organizations, or when someone retires, that we're maintaining that knowledge within the organization and within our field of conservation, and how, no one lives forever, and we need to continually learn from our past experiences and make sure that is carried forward, and also getting new ideas from the next generation coming in, because we can't solve the problems of today with the knowledge that got us here, and we need to think about issues in new ways, different ways, and ways that are relevant to the folks who are coming in. And all of this is in an effort to continually improve our conservation efforts so that we're continually learning, continually improving, and making sure that is all passed forward and shared. And I think passing that on through mentorship is one of the best ways to do that. And for me, mentorship is slightly different than like what we do here in the Storytellers Circle. You know, this is peer support, and we are sharing knowledge and we are supporting each other. But mentorship as that intentional relationship between two people to share and to support and guide each other is, to me, is something slightly different and still valuable. And so one of the projects that I'm working on right now is to develop a mentorship toolkit. I am working with a group with the Western Collaborative Conservation Network to develop this toolkit. We're doing a research project, conducting interviews, and we are hoping to develop not only publish a research paper, but to also develop a publicly accessible toolkit that can share for folks who are seeking mentorship, where to find opportunities for mentorship, how to articulate what they need and what they're looking for and what they need help with. We're hoping to provide guidance for mentors so that being a mentor isn't so overwhelming, and that they have some ideas of how to go forward with mentorship and how to cultivate a positive relationship with a mentee and opportunities of where can they be a mentor. Is that within their organization? Is it supporting an established mentorship program or some other kind of informal or formal mentorship process? And then we're also hoping to develop a section for organizations that are looking to create or improve their internal mentorship programs. So right now we're in the seeking phase. We're looking for folks to interview. We're looking for folks who would want to be involved in the development of this project. It's open, it's collaborative, and we're hoping to incorporate as many voices and perspectives as we can, so that it's a truly global and inclusive view of mentorship. So I would love to hear from all of you, your perspectives and your experiences with mentorship, either as a mentee, a mentor, or if you're a coordinator of a mentorship program or you know of a mentorship program that I should talk with. I would love to know about that. And so if you're interested in getting involved or supporting this project, there are a few different ways that you can help. Obviously, being interviewed would be a wonderful way to share your experience with this toolkit process, or connecting us with someone who you think would have a really interesting story to share. You could join our working group as part of the development of this toolkit, or you can consider how you could incorporate mentorship into your own organization. Or if you're seeking mentorship, figuring out where those opportunities might exist. And I am here to help with that. That QR code is to connect with me if you're interested. And I'll also share my contact information after this session.